focus on a number of things that herbs can help with dramatically. And different from other terminology in conventional medicine, in Chinese and Ayurvedic herbalism, basically what's looked at is ways to use plants, whether it's the root, the stem, it's different for different plants, for blood nourishing, to keep your blood at a nutrient level that basically helps the organs not deteriorate as rapidly as they would if you didn't use them. And the additional focus points that are there no matter what age group, but in the 80s and 90s, the amount increases, meaning when you take blood nourishing herbs like cornus, privet fruit, schizandra, rhamania, these herbs in a tea form particularly really help your system stay nourished, both blood and yin. Goji berry is another one, also called lychee berry. When you use these, it helps your kidneys, your heart, your liver stay at a more nutrient-rich level, which helps them do their job better. For example, privet fruit. It helps with what's called kidney jing. And kidney jing is something closely related to issues of the kidneys that have to do with immunity, autoimmunity, as well as the bones, the hair growth, general wellness. So the kidneys are critical, and kidney jing is one part. Kidney essence is another part. You don't have to know all of these things. I've talked about them in the overview, and I'd recommend you listen to that too. There are 8 episodes for the overview. But schizandra and cornus, in addition to privet fruit, schizandra and cornus help with kidney essence, which is very related to hair growth, hair color. You know, as you get older, basically your skin gets drier, you start to lose more hair, the color of your hair changes. All of that has to do with kidney essence, the sparkle in the eye, the look of skin, which is moist and youthful, in essence, what we consider youthful. That's kidney essence, and to a degree, kidney jing. So schizandra and cornus help a great deal with kidney essence. They're very pleasant tasting. Both of them are a fruit. And in addition, and not just those, lychee berries, goji berries are also excellent. And all of these things help with blood nourishment and yin nourishment, which is the moisture that your body needs to keep everything functioning well. So blood and yin are important to nourish. Also yang. Yang is what is the heat of your system, what gives you the strength to stand up. That's yang. Yang is what keeps you walking, talking, moving, doing things. All of that is yang. It's an outer, when you do something with a yang part of you, that's when you stand up and give a talk, or go help or go do something you've not done before. That's yang. And there are different herbs that help with yang. Prepared rhamania is a part of that, but it's yang is heat, and so cinnamon, ginger, those are both excellent for yang, and rhamania 8 is a good yang formula that helps with yang deficiency of both the spleen and the kidneys. Okay, so that's your basic building blocks. But in addition, as you get older, what are the other things you need to keep in mind even more? In addition, nervines. Keep your nerves nourished. I know that sounds a little strange, but oat straw and skullcap are both great nervines. Mugwort, another good nervine. Skullcap really helps nourish nerves. Oat straw is another great one. They also help ward off arthritis, as do pine trees. I'm actually considering including tiny pines among the plants I sell because pine, it turns out, is very good for arthritis. So walking among pines constantly, pillows that include pine needles, the smell pine is very helpful to ward off arthritis. So that nervines and anti-inflammatories are very important for warding off arthritis and also keeping any internal inflammation restrained. As you get older, different things occur in your body, and just the erosion itself can cause inflammation. So you need to consume anti-inflammatories. Dandelion is you can drink dandelion even if you're pregnant. Dandelion is good. It is a great anti-inflammatory. It helps cleanse the liver. It's very important. If you're worried about your liver or gallbladder, at this age you should be. Throw in turmeric with it. Turmeric is, as well as barberry, they both help cleanse the liver and gallbladder. So that's kind of a side maintenance that you need to do, as well as consuming dandelion tea. So can you put these things together? Can you put, 3 to 4 grams of schizandra, cornus, privet fruit, a little bit of oat straw, and dandelion? Yes, that's exactly what tea preparation is all about. A little of this and a little of that, the things you need. You can get goji berry powder at Walmart or at Albertsons, I'm sure at other markets now. And that really helps with blood and yin nourishment and helps control sugar spikes. So, yes, in terms of making your own teas, you can order a number of these herbs online. I also do sell the teas. Or if you want to email me at my business, Highland Winds LLC, Peggy Miller, I can prepare teas to your particular need. And you can just email me and say what it is that you'd like. So I do it as well. But you can find these herbs online. I recommend you use organic. So anti-inflammatories is another part. Garlic. At this age, most people think, oh, you're not going to be interested in sex anymore. And I disagree. One of the things that helps keep the libido stronger is garlic. It's not often known that garlic has that property, but it does, in addition to being a great anti-inflammatory and an antibiotic. So if you need a natural antibiotic to keep handy, and by the way, forsythia is another great antiviral, antibacterial, antibiotic. So keep some of that on hand too. But garlic, in addition to being a great antibiotic, it's a little on the hot side. So if you're dealing with problems of being a pitta person, very hot, very driven, needing a lot more yang, there's better ones like forsythia, like coptis, that help with inflammation and act as antibiotics. Honeysuckle's another one that's a great. Pair it with forsythia and you have a great antibiotic, antiviral. But garlic is excellent. And so keep it on hand and use it copiously. Okay, in addition, at this age, and I was thinking of mentioning this in the 60s and 70s because, it's on everybody's mind by the time you're in your 60s, and that's memory loss. Issues, if you're worried about dementia, what can you do herbally to prevent it? In addition to exercise and doing a lot of brain work, meaning stay with a career, a second or third career. Stay with something that keeps your brain really active, and that's been shown to have a distinct improvement on lowering the chances of showing symptoms of dementia. But in addition, people are talking about CBD and CBD gummies. And to be honest, I've read a lot about them, and I also read all of the warnings. And there's new information coming out all the time about how your body best absorbs CBD. And there's new information related to the size of the molecules of CBD and how best to absorb it into your system. And so keep your eye on CBD, because there is some really interesting information related to memory loss that has to do with neurotransmitters and how well they're functioning. In addition, though, to that, there is the whole issue of mucus, dried mucus, and plaque in the brain. And there is an herb called Acorus calamus, Calamus. It basically helps clear brain mucus. Mucus is, I'm going to do a separate, no, I've got a little bit more time here, not too much more. I am going to do a separate episode just on phlegm and mucus. I'll relate it to spleen key deficiency, because when the spleen's not operating well, you get buildups of mucus and phlegm. And the types of problems that come from this, or if you've had this for a lifetime, a little bit too much mucus, then what people don't realize is mucus can place itself throughout the body, including the brain, in little tiny dried bits just like blood. And it causes problems. So if you've had a history of some mucus, or if you're just overly concerned, Acorus calamus helps to drive mucus in the brain. It has an upward direction, as opposed to, say, quasisemone, which is an herb that helps to drive mucus that plants itself in the lower body, in the abdomen, in the legs. It's often paired with other herbs because edema builds. So Acorus calamus has an upward direction. I often recommend to people, if there's a concern, take it on the light side a little bit now and then, once a month, twice a month. Add some to your tea. You can even add a little bit of frankincense, which has an brain direction as well and helps to open the capillaries in the brain. So if you pair the two, but I would really recommend that you use it only periodically and only on the light side, meaning 3 to 4 grams of it paired with a little bit of frankincense. To do a little bit of blood clearing and mucus clearing at the same time on the very light side, sort of like if you periodically had a little bit of lung mucus. So that's all I can say today. Wait for the next episode. Take care. Bye.